One summer moment can change a child's life. Through Toys for Tots Give and Go initiative, your support provides books, games, toys, and outdoor adventures that spark curiosity, creativity, and a love of nature. Whether it's fishing, learning a new sport, reading under a tree, or playing with friends, these moments build confidence and lifelong memories. For too many children, those moments never come. You can help change that this summer. Visit toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots, delivering hope beyond the holidays.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And anyway, we got Lee Harris here. Lee Harris is in charge of all the news, and give us a breakdown.
Soundbite.
I'm here to keep us legal, John.
Okay.
WABC New York, WRCR Haverstraw, WLIR Hampton Bays, and WLID Patchogue. That's a legal ID.
Oh. Hey, Michael Cohen, you said you...
What a voice.
What a voice.
Oh. Lee Harris, the official voice of
What did I do wrong? And am I going to get...
By the way, Lee, did you see yesterday's ad?
Yeah, we need the tired majority.
Yeah,
What Blumenthal is doing right now is exactly why the tired majority, like me, are going to switch over to the independent or maybe even to Republican. We cannot take this any longer.
Over to Republican.
Maybe. But
that
the
is
tired
breaking
majority.
news. Yeah. John, that is breaking
No, you're
news.
making your own breaking news here. I'm saying I'm going to the independent party, but most people actually should, because we're sick and tired every time, for example, of someone like a Richard, and it could be anybody, but any time that you start seeing these folks on, everything Donald Trump is doing is wrong. I want to talk for a quick second.
I like that you're speaking nicely about our president. I hope he calls you during your show and that he brings you back to the White House. This way I have somebody inside.
I'm sorry, wait. Also, I get a phone call. Who's this?
July 12th at 5 p.m.
So all of a sudden, it's like I'm saying to myself, take a look, for example, at this reflection pool. I almost broke my television set because it cost me a lot of money, and I don't have the money right now to replace it. So I didn't decide not to break it. But I'm sitting there and I'm talking, who cares? It is a maintenance issue. It's not an indication of a presidency, but all of a sudden it's become the indices for which Donald Trump is to be evaluated. The reflection pool is a total disaster. And Donald Trump's presidency is a disaster. He's there, everything. 1.3 million turns out to 13 million. What kind of an art of a deal is that? It's the art of the steal. I mean, they all think that they're comics now.
Clever.
They're 5 minutes. They're all so freaking clever. And you say to yourself, you're as dumb as they come, and enough already. It's a maintenance issue. Let's stop.
America has figured it out. Anything that Donald Trump does.
No, I figured it out. When you know, you know.
When you know, you know. Oh, listen, no excuses. No excuses, Michael. Michael, do you feel that you were? Do you feel like a broken man?
I don't have feelings anymore.
No.
I don't have feelings. I lost my feelings.
Do you feel like if you're a broken man?
I am a broken man.
Are you broke?
I am broke.
You are broke. You lost it all.
Financially,
broke?
Yeah. It's been extremely tough. You know, I was very fortunate in my life. At the age of 39, I was semi-retired, and after Trump, I was the richest guy in the Trump organization. And then, I lost it.
Defending your honor, you lost your fortune.
Well, I didn't defend it. I wasn't even indicted. I pled to.
But you went to jail.
I did. But what ended up happening is I had to sell all of my assets. When you sell your assets, you have short-term capital gains and so on. And then they took that. But here's the crazy part: to really give it to me, I paid 2%. They hit me with 5%. 2% per month for the 5 years on the tax violation. It was $1.3 million over a period of 5 years. I paid over $20 million in taxes over that period of time.
These are the fines on top of the fines.
The fines, which, by the way, I paid the amount. I paid the amount before even sentencing. Got no credit for that, so I have no restitution. Literally 2% per month compounded over the 5 years. And then the state came in and the city came in. They all did the same exact thing. And I'm saying to myself, oh, my God, right? So everything that I end up selling, either 50% of it plus went to the city, state, and federal government. And then the other went to either legal fees or the expenses.
Michael, you know what they didn't take from you? Yeah. They didn't take your wisdom. They didn't take what you have up in your head. We can go into business together because I like smart minds.
Well, let me tell you what they did take.
I like smart minds.
Let me tell you what they did take. They took unfortunately, they took my soul. You know what 51 days of solitary confinement does to someone? 51 days, the first 3 days, they locked me. I was locked into a room. There was no movement. It's not like Shawshank Redemption where you get to go to the yard for now. In a room, the first 3 days, they didn't even give me food. No food, no water, nothing. You know what hunger feels like?
You have no control. You have no control over
nothing. You have no control over your life. No shower, no nothing.
Did you ever
food.
consider suicide?
Every day. Every single day. Every single person.
Did you know Epstein?
I'd never met Jeffrey Epstein, never spoke to him, never emailed, never communicated with him, ever.
Your opinion,
I'm not
you
even
think
sure.
you committed suicide?
Yes, because every inmate who's in solitary thinks about it. And I figured out how to do it too. If it wasn't for my children and for my wife, I probably would have done it too.
Wow, those were very dark
Breaking
moments.
news.
You know what it's like to have your soul ripped out of your chest? You know what hunger feels like? You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to tell me stories when, during the Holocaust, what hunger felt like. I never thought in America where you can get something to eat. Rich or poor, you can always eat something somewhere. There's always some decent person that's out there, that will.
There's always a garbage can.
There's always.
Yeah.
Here, there is none. And I never thought I would understand what hunger felt like until 24 hours. Now, being Jewish, we have Yom Kippur, so you fast for 24 hours. That was easy.
25.
Right?
It's actually 25 hours.
You can, well,
I'm the yeshiva boy here, and I got to bring up.
I went to yeshiva too.
Yeah.
By the way.
I did a hunger strike for 7 days one time. When Giuliani was elected into office, I had done Toys for Guns in 1993. And that was huge news.
So would you trade in a toy for a gun?
Yeah, you traded toys for guns, yeah. And I met Donald Trump during that period at a Mario Cuomo birthday party where my wife and I were seated next to the governor and Matilda. Okay, we were his special guests. And Trump came in with, I believe it was Marla Maples, and he said to the governor, I want to sit next to you. Who are these guys? And the governor got up and said, this is Fernando Mateo. Oh, the guy from Toys for Guns, Trump said to me. They sit him next to me, and you know what he tells me? He says, how much money are you making with this shit that you're doing? And I said to him, I'm not making any money with this. I'm doing this because I love New York.
Okay,
he says, right.
Can I continue with my story?
Well, listen, it's no excuses, so don't give me no way.
So you'll know, but you were able at least to have water and something, right?
Water, yes.
Right here, no, there was that second, after that first day, when you start getting into hour 18 and hour 20 and 24, it's not hunger anymore. It's pain in your soul. It's a feeling I never in my life thought I would understand. My father and I still talk about it, because most people don't understand what true hunger feels like. And they did it to punish me. They did it to hurt me. No different than when they remanded me back because I refused to waive my First Amendment constitutional right, sitting there waiting to sign papers for a monitor, when I was on home confinement. I refused to waive my First Amendment constitutional right and not publish my first book, Disloyal.
And you're a lawyer, so you knew your rights.
And I brought a friend of mine who was a lawyer, too.
How about poor people that are not lawyers?
And that's why I fight so hard for what I do. They went ahead, they brought me downstairs, they put me into a freezer for 3 hours. It was the coldest I've ever been in my life, blowing the air on top of your head where you feel like your teeth are going to fall out of your jaw. And you say to yourself, what country am I living in? This isn't America. We don't do this. You're in control over me and my body, and you're going to put me into a freezer wearing one of those paper jumpsuits, right? And with the ice cold blowing, where you're so cold, you don't even know what cold. It's like going into one of those cryo machines where you jump out after 60 seconds. Now imagine 3 hours. So when you say, did you consider suicide? Well, suicide's a lot better, by the way, than being frozen.
We're talking with Michael Cohen right now, who is joining us here at WABC. He has a show that's going to begin on July 12th.
Name it.
5 p.m. If you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
And who comes after that, Jake?
Fernando Mateo with No Excuses.
And who comes after that?
Freedom 250, The Decisions That Made America with Jake Novak, one of my many programs over the weekend, so I can't be as greedy as you guys about it because I have a lot of time on the air. The weekend, you guys have only had the 1 hour. But Michael Cohen.
Way to stick it to
they're
us.
going to get more hours.
Well, me and Mateo, you guys only have an hour.
You know what? Listen, maybe we can combine the 2 hours. You know, I mean,
I could use some friends.
Look, not with conversation like that.
No, but Michael Cohen, you're talking about. We brush this off sometimes, and we say things like,
and tell everybody, a lot of new people. I get it on my computer. A lot of new people have tuned in the 7 o'clock hour.
Right.
Tell who is in the studio and what we're talking about, and our special guest.
Well, first of all, it's another takeover of Sid and Friends in the Morning because Sid Rosenberg is off today. I'm Jake Novak. With us is our owner-operator, John Catsimatidis, Fernando Mateo, host of No Excuses with Fernando
Thank
Mateo.
you, Jake. Thank you.
Also, Michael Cohen, the former attorney to President Trump and Donald Trump before that, and also, of course, the host now starting on July 12th, Sunday, When You Know, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're talking about everything is on the table. We have no, unlike some other folks, we're not going to stop you from talking about any topic.
And who is Michael Cohen? Have you told people?
Yeah, I said
okay.
Former
Well,
attorney.
Listen,
Okay.
for those of you that don't know, if Jake didn't explain it clear enough, Michael Cohen was the closest man to the President of the United States for over a decade. He's a man that's endured a lot of pain and suffering. He's a man that most people would have thought he would have committed suicide, but no, he's here, and he's in our studio, and he's going to have a show here every Sunday just before my show. But Michael Cohen, it's an honor to have you here, man. It's really, I always said, I've got to meet this man, and here you are sitting next to me, and we're going to be colleagues here at WABC.
Yeah, and I'll try not to disappoint you, Mateo.
Well, listen, I'm sure that I'm sure that you're not. And by the way, we're going to make money together.
Okay.
Because if you don't have money right now, and I have money, and you have the brains, because I'm a high school dropout, we can make stuff happen. I keep forgetting I'm on radio, and I'm going to say the word shit, and I forget.
You can't say that.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I forget. I'm just telling you, I forget to say it. Right.
That?
But anyway,
Yeah.
Michael, you're going to do very well here. This is.
Well, I'm so thankful that John gave me this platform. Few people would actually have the guts to do it, and not because my stories aren't interesting or I bring a perspective that nobody else brings. It's different. My relationship.
Run for mayor, man. Listen, why don't you run for
so
mayor?
I thought about it. I was going to go for Congress. My wife and my children
Congress.
said absolutely not.
No, forget
100% no. They've had enough. My children endured so much.
How old are
my
they?
wife? My daughter is 30. My son is 26. Okay. Remember, this is 8 years now.
Yeah,
in the
so
making.
they were much younger.
They were. My daughter was in college. My son was in high school when this was going on. They've endured so much. People have been some have been so kind. I can never thank them enough, but some have been so cruel to children for what? Sins of my father, right? Since you like Obama so much.
Who likes Obama? Please.
So I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, how? I'll give you a story. Terrible. It's terrible. My daughter had a friend, and she has this big party every single year at the home out east. And my daughter wasn't invited. This was a friend of hers since I don't even know how many years. My folks said that you can't come, and she was like, "Okay, why?" Well, you know who your father is. Mind you, yeah.
Wow.
Mind you, I can only tell you some of the stories I know about her father. All right,
Yeah.
and where his money came from.
Projection.
Like I turn around and I say with that adage, you can indict a ham sandwich. This guy, he's not even a ham sandwich, right? It would have been an easy indictment. Think about what they went after, for example, the president on. They went after him on his personal financial statement, his statement of financial condition. I want you to think about that. And every listener, think about any time you've ever had to disclose your total net worth. So let's say, hypothetically, you make $90,000 and you need I don't know, and you just write down 100. That's a federal crime. That's a federal crime. Here's the question, though. Who did it hurt? You're paying your bills. You've never been in default. You've never been delinquent. Who's hurt? Isn't that the same with what happened to Trump with the personal financial statement? Did it really matter? Are you now going to have to be the protector, Tish James, or Alvin Bragg of multi-billion-dollar national insurance companies who wanted the Trump organization as their client? Is that really a reason within which to bring charges against somebody? Now, you can, because it is a crime. The law is the law, so yeah, you can bring it. But is it really necessary? Is it worth it? Does that mean that every single person who's listening right now who has a personal financial statement that maybe isn't 100% accurate should now have the opportunity to be indicted by an overzealous prosecutor?
It's scary, man. It's scary.
Scary's not the word for it.
It's scary. It really it sends chills down my body, man, to hear your story and to even, just acknowledging what happened to Donald Trump.
If they want to get you,
yeah,
they get you.
Yeah, they do. They'll destroy you economically. They will destroy you mentally. They'll destroy your family. And that's unacceptable. We're in America.
We got a lot more from Michael Cohen when we come back. This is Sid and Friends in the Morning by the Cats and Company Takeover.
And from me,
and
too.
And Fernando Mateo.
Come on.
We're all
Everything is Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
How about Fernando Mateo? What's up with you guys?
Let's talk about Fernando.
Yes, please.